Hey guys, what's up? How ya doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about the new episode Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon on Season 5 on Episode 5, or Danmachi Season 5 on Episode 5. This episode right here, I'm going to put it in simple terms, nothing really hard and nothing very complicated, so if anything else, let's just get this started. We get to see in this episode of Belle and Seer. Of course, Seer is Freya. We get to see a narration of Freya how she decides to kill Seer and become a goddess. Eventually, Belle will reunite with his other friends and tell him about the situation of what happened. Well, not entirely, but he tells it to Ryu about what happened with Seer. And he turned her down. Ryu was upset about this and says, why would you do that? And Belle says, I have someone else I love. I can't accept her feelings. And therefore, Ryu was really shocked about this and realizes her mistake and tells, let's go find Seer and fix this up. Unfortunately, this is where after 5 minutes or 6 minutes at the mark becomes very savage. We get to see that Hestia is visited by Freya after Hestia wants to talk to Hermes for a bit. Sadly, though, Freya asks Hestia to give up on Belle and give him to her. Hestia refuses to do so, and Freya has her familia attacked. Like, literally attacked. Which, apparently, they got dispatched, like, so easily, no problem. Like, literally no problem. There's a reason for that, obvious from the get-go, because, one, Freya's familia is considered one of the strongest familias in Awario. 2, comparing to Freya's familia's levels of fighters, they are absolute monsters compared to Hestia's familia, which they are nothing more than little ants easily to get stepped on. And of course, Otar easily dispatches Belle, no problem, because he's like the only level 7 in Awario from what I understand. But other than that, we have Hestia makes 2 conditions or 2 choices for Hestia. Give up Belle, give him to me, or I slaughter you and your familia, which apparently is very brutal. Hermes de-escalates the tension or the situation, saying that let's talk about this because Belle has only joined the Hestia familia about 6 months ago, or 5 or 6 months ago, which apparently is shocking considering that, you know, when it comes to timelines and time lapses, it's a little bit different from what anyone's imaginations will be. And yeah, of course I should have known, but you know, Belle is one of the fastest adventurers to level up pretty quickly. That much is to be said. That much I can say. Eventually, Freya does de-escalate the situation, but she says she's going to take some proper steps or cautionary measures to make sure things go well. And after that, we get to see that one of Hermes' subordinates talk to Hermes about the situation, and she tells him about the townspeople of Awario having to be at a certain location. Hermes, realizing the situation, tells Hestia to boost the divinity up as high as she can because she's the only one that can resist. And also gives her something that you have to time this right. Gives her a letter or a note to Hestia and tells her to time this right, because if you don't get this right or mess up pretty badly, I can tell you this right now, I will be your enemy. And we get to see that Freya, or in Seer's disguise, whichever one that's there, I don't know. We get to see Freya makes an announcement why she dispatches Ishtar back to the heavens because she became very filthy and she couldn't bear to look at her. By that time, she also announces that she's going to be filthy as well, and somehow she uses her ability to, like, what's the word? I guess charm everybody. I guess that's the word. But we also get to see when Belle wakes up the next day, he was already part of the Freya familia. Well, I don't know being part of it, but we get to see the strongest members of the Freya familia ends up talking to Belle, saying, hey man, what are you talking about? You're part of Freya's familia, not Hestia's familia. And we get to see Belle trying to run around, trying to figure out something. But unfortunately, no one remembers him, that what he really is or was back then, because of Freya's spell. We get to see that the Freya Familia talk amongst each other. Well, the strongest members, I believe, with the exception of Alan and Otar, who apparently is watching over Belle to make sure everything goes okay. We get to see that one or two of the members, strongest members of the Freya Familia, talks about Freya's spell divinity, how it affects everybody in Awario except Belle, the little rookie, or Rabbit's Foot. The sad thing about this is when Belle meets Hestia and her Familia, they end up saying, hey man, what do you want? Or what is it that you need? And what's even worse right now is that Hestia knows what's going on, but she has to stay down low because Otar and Alan are watching her, saying like, hey man, don't even think about it or you're done. So it looks like to me everyone in Awario got affected pretty badly, with the exception of Belle and Hestia. However, Hestia apologizes greatly in grief and agonizing mental anguish, knowing that she has to stay down low for the time being. And the next episode is called Awario. So yeah, what you saw in this episode and what I explained to you, Freya became not the goddess of love anymore, but a goddess of force, in my opinion. She literally charmed or put the entirety of the populace in Awario under her spell to like I'm saying, hey, you're under my control. I'm going to wipe out your memories and I'm going to make sure things going to go differently because knowing that Belle can't fall for my charms, I'm going to find another way how to do it. And it's pretty bad. Really, really bad. Knowing that the Hestia Familia does not remember Belle and Hestia is the only one that remembers, I can imagine what's going to be like if he tries to go to Ice for help, but you get the idea. Oh, man. Rejection sucks when it comes to love, but for you to do this kind of way, Freya, yeah, you turn filthy the moment you say it yourself. So, yeah, I'm done. I'll see you guys later. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-ta-da!